found Lucia in a bit of a tangle today. Apparently she's making Valentine's Day crafts, so I think we might help her out.
Let's talk about supplies. First thing I have are 3 different colours of wool roving or tops. These 2 are tops. This one is actually Corriedale. For this project it doesn't really matter, whatever you have on hand. I'm using 3 different colours, but of course you can use just the one colour if you like, and they definitely don't need to be pink. I also have some gold thread here. It's gold metallic embroidery thread. And then I have some pipe cleaners. I've got 2 different sizes, and I'll measure that up so we can see. The first and the only one of this length is the longest one, and this is 10.5 inches. And I'll do the other side. That's about 27 centimeters. And then I have 3 smaller pipe cleaners. Now these are 7 inches or 18 centimeters. So I have 3 small ones and 1 large one. I also have a pair of snips. This is just for the embroidery thread to make things a bit easier. Let's start with making the heart shapes. The very smallest heart is made with just 1 small pipe cleaner. All I'm going to do is fold it over and twist the ends securely together. Now let's stretch that out, give it a bit of a wiggle, and you obviously have a bottom and a top. I'm just going to push the top down so it creates a little love heart. Now just fiddle around with this so we have some nice rounded top of the heart to make it a little rounder. The next shape is the long pipe cleaner. We're going to do exactly the same way. Fold it over and join the ends together securely. Pull it out so we have a long oval shape. Then we push the top back in to create the top of the heart. And we round the top heart pieces out. I'm also pulling the sides a little to give my heart a little fatter look instead of just being a skinny heart. Okay, now I'm using 2 smaller pieces, and this is for the very large heart. I'm going to join one end first. So I'm going to join 2 of the ends together. So now I have an extra long one. And I'm going to join the ends again to form a circle. Stretch it out like we have been doing. And we just push the top down just like the others. This one is a little bit harder because of this join section. So just be a little bit patient and work with it until you get the shape that you like. Okay, now I have my 3 hearts. So decide which colours you would like them. I'm going to start with my purpley pink colour, and I'm just going to pull the roving apart so it's quite thin strips. That's about, let's say, as thick as my smallest finger. And this is pretty easy. I'm just going to start wrapping, and this is all. See these wispy parts here? That's what allows us to wrap this onto our heart without actually needing to tie it on. So because it's wool, it will grip to itself, and you don't need to tie anything to keep this in place. So we just wrap evenly. You can pull it tight or you can leave it so it's a little bit fluffier and thicker. So you can see I've come to the end here, and I'm just going to wrap these wispy parts around. Maybe not that bit, just this bit here. Keep wrapping it, give it a little twirl, and that should hold in place. So now we can take some more of our wool and start wrapping. So I finished layer number 1, Now this is the time where I'm going to attach my thread here. So first I need to make a loop. I've folded the embroidery thread over, so I'm going to create my knot here just by doing an overhand knot. I think that's what it's called. So that's created a loop, and I have the tail, and I also have the working thread. So now I'm just going to pull off quite a large amount of this working thread because I want to wrap that around in a minute. Just tying a knot with the tail and attaching it to the working thread. And I'm just trying to carefully position it in the middle or thereabouts and tie it off. Now with the tail, not the working yarn, I'm just going to wrap that around. I'm going to wrap it around this side because that's the preferred direction that I like to wrap my wool in. And in a minute, I'm going to need to wrap over this. So now I'm taking some more wool. I think I might make it a little bit thicker than last time. That will allow me to create a thicker heart. We just start wrapping. I'm going over the top of that gold to cover that up, and that keeps that tail hidden under this layer of wool roving. If you use thicker wool roving like this, as I am now, the wrapping goes much faster. So if you're doing this with small children, it might be worth giving them thicker wool roving pieces to work with instead of thin pieces. I'm just positioning my wool so it sits in the right spot because I want this little loop to be in the center here. So I need to make sure I wrap it so that it comes out from from the edge of the wool roving. So now I have a heart, and I have a loop, and I have a random piece of embroidery thread. So now I am going to just wrap this around our heart, just like this. Now this one's a little tricky because we need to pull the entire part of the embroidery thread end out, otherwise we're going to end up with one big tangle. And this is wrapped quite loosely around the heart. If we pull tight, it'll get buried into the wool roving. So as you're wrapping, be mindful of the length of tail you have and make sure you leave enough to make it all around your heart. You don't want to get halfway around and then need to attach more. You could, it's just annoying to do that. Now I'm going to take the end of my embroidery thread, which has frayed, so let's chop that off so it's all together and thread it onto a needle, because that makes this much easier. So I'm going to find where my loop is, and I need to create a little knot. So I'm going underneath some of these wrapped golden embroidery threads, underneath the wool roving, and I need to create a knot here. That's it. I'm looking for a loop created at the top here, so I can create my knot. Now I have a knot. I'm going to thread the embroidery thread, if I don't lose the needle, through underneath the wool roving for as far as I can. I think that's going to be about there. So it's completely hidden inside, and this is my needle. And I've just pulled that through under the wool roving, pull it tight, and then give it a snip, and it should disappear inside. And that leaves me with a heart and a loop. This is created in the same way. So this time with our embroidery thread, I want to tie a knot on the top here. I'm going to leave quite a long tail And I'm going to measure this because I'm sure someone wants to know. It is 12.5 inches, or if you prefer centimeters, it's around 32 centimeters. So that's my tail. I've left a long tail because I'm going to use this long tail to attach to the first heart. So we don't want to bury that. And I also need some extra long thread so I can wrap around the outside of this heart like I did last time. Start wrapping the second layer. So again, if you want this to go a bit faster, you can use thicker strips of wool roving. And it also helps if you want it to have a bit of a puffier look as well. Okay, now we have it wrapped the second time. I'm going to just pull the tail to the top, and then I'm going to wrap just like I did last time. Now I'm back to the start. I'm going to thread the working yarn back onto a needle. Okay, I finally threaded that onto a needle. And like last time, I want to just catch a bit of the wool roving in a stitch or two until I can see a little loop at the top here, and that helps me to create a knot, and it sits right at the top. Now, since that's sitting a little crooked, I've decided I'm going to use this one to attach to the top, and I think I will thread that one through. So while I still have this on my needle, I'm going to wrap it once and a second time over the point, the bottom point of this heart. And at the bottom, I'm going to create a knot, just like we did a minute ago. So wait till I have the loop, and then I just knot it. Now I have this knotted. I can thread this through just like we did earlier to get rid of this tail. Pull it tight and trim that. Now I need to thread this onto my needle so I can bury this thread as well. This thread is not my friend today. It keeps unwinding. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Now I'm just going to thread this under the wool roving again, bring it out somewhere else, pull it tight and give it a snip. So now I have two hearts joined together, and I have one more to go. Now this last little heart is made in exactly the same way as the second heart. First we wrap it with wool, then we tie on the embroidery thread, we wrap a second layer of wool, wrap the embroidery thread over the top of the wool, attach the embroidery thread to a sewing needle and use it to knot the thread at the top of the heart. So I'm going under the wool roving and I'm catching maybe at least one of the threads, and I'm doing that again so I can bring a loop to the top here, and that's where I will create my knot. So I'm going to thread this through, pull it tight and snip it close. So like last time, I'm going to wrap it twice. Now I'm just stretching it out so I can see the length. That's a little bit too short. Just pull it Obviously this is not the best measurements. If you want to measure and make sure you have yours exactly the same, you can, but I think mine is close enough here. So again, I'm waiting for that loop to form so I can create my double knot, and then I'm burying these threads inside that wool roving. Pulling this out, give it a little pull tight and snip close. And here are our hearts all finished. Thank you once again for crafting with me, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, show your support by giving it a like. And if you'd like to stay updated with all of my new tutorials, please subscribe.